ihmisiä.
Hei, nythän mä keksin. Tai siis en minä, mutta Mall Boys. Mall Boysin kuukausipaketilla saadaan paras hyöty äänimainonnasta. Ostetaan oma kuukausipaketti.
Oma kuukausipaketti? Aivan loistava idea.
Yes. Yes. It's a diesel auxiliary heater for the van. All right, there it is, installed. Actually, I had to put it up on these kind of feet that I made because of the pipes that come out below. One of those is the exhaust pipe, and I didn't want it to be like touching right up against the floor because the floor is made of wood, and that's probably not a good idea. Okay, but this is what it looks like. It is now here, ready for the first test. I have parked at a different parking space so that the back, there's nothing back there. So if I need to, I can just like kick this thing out of the back if it somehow like starts on fire or something. Okay, now I think we're ready to get started. One thing. Alright, now we're ready to get started. Alright, I have now removed the screws in case some kicking out the back door needs to happen. I'm not really that nervous about it, but you know, it is Chinese and kind of, it's full of fuel. I'm hooking it up to electricity. I'm not quite sure how to operate it, so there's a lot of unknowns here. Alright, let's grab the wires. Let's see, this will go like this. Plug it into my EcoFlow battery down here. And turn on that. And this looks good. And I have read that you need to prime the pump by pressing these two buttons. Oops. That did not work. That did not work either. There we go. Or did it? Is this thing too cold? Come on now. There we go. That's the pump. I wonder if that's enough. I hope so. Let's give it a start and see. Starting to blow some air. Let's see what this is pulling. So far we got about 70 to 95 watts, which is okay. I've heard it's supposed to take a lot more power on the startup and on the shutdown, but it should drop in battery usage while it's kind of in a flow state of pumping out heat. Alright, seems that the glow plug has gone off. It's running at a stable 38 to 40 watts there. A little bit of smell coming in here. I wonder if it's because it's the first time it's being used, but it's definitely getting warm. wrap the exhaust pipe in some of this exhaust pipe fabric. You can touch it, but it's a little warm, but it's supposed to shield from the heat, so if it touches any wires or anything, it's not like gonna melt them, hopefully. I definitely have to fix that fumes leak back there. And now I've dropped it down to the lowest setting, and it's still putting out a really good amount of heat, and now it's only pulling 20 watts. And with this battery it shows that I have about 23 to 25 hours left of that. So all in all, I would say this is pretty cool. Just have to fix the fumes leak. That's not good. It is a little bit smoky in here. That's like has to be fixed immediately. Alright, all in all, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this thing. This is a company called VEVOR. This whole thing was about 150 bucks. And I heard about these from a guy that I listened to his podcast about van builds and these kinds of camper vans and things like that. And he has one. And so if you want to check out his podcast, I'll link that below as well, because he has a great podcast. And yeah, his name is Jeff Wag. Thank you, Jeff, for recommending this. I have to say it's pretty sweet. Once I work out all the kinks and get over my fear of spontaneous combustion, pretty cool. Okay, that is all for the cheap Chinese diesel heater test video.